Today, we're talking about a cybersecurity story that's a little too familiar in 2026. Vercel, a well-known cloud hosting company, has confirmed it was hit by a cyberattack that exposed a limited amount of user information. The situation surfaced after someone on a hacking forum allegedly tried to sell what they claimed was Vercel data for about $2 million. And whenever you hear a number like that, it grabs attention fast because it suggests the attacker believes the information has real value, whether that's for account takeovers, targeted phishing, or simply reselling it again and again. Now, Vercel's key message is that this was limited in scope. That's important because limited usually means not everything was accessed and not every user was affected. But it's also a reminder of a bigger truth. Even reputable platforms can be vulnerable, and a single breach can create ripple effects for individuals and businesses that depend on cloud services every day. Stepping back for a second, this fits into a much larger trend. Cyberattacks aren't just targeting giant banks or government agencies anymore. They hit companies of every size, across every industry, especially companies that sit in the middle of the internet, like hosting, infrastructure, and developer tools. The more we centralize work and data in the cloud, the more attractive those platforms become to malicious actors. So what should you, as a user, actually do with news like this? First, don't wait to be told you were impacted. Treat any breach announcement as a cue to tighten up your personal security posture. Start with passwords. If you reuse the same password on Vercel or anywhere else, change it immediately and make the new one unique. A password manager helps a lot here because you don't have to remember dozens of complicated logins. Second, turn on two-factor authentication wherever it's available. If an attacker gets your password, 2FA can be the barrier that stops an account takeover. And if you have options, hardware keys or app-based authenticators are generally stronger than SMS codes. Third, keep an eye on downstream risk. A lot of the damage from breaches doesn't happen because someone steals money instantly. It happens because they learn enough to convincingly impersonate a service later. That means you should be extra skeptical of emails that reference Vercel, support tickets, password reset links, invoices, urgent security warnings, or anything pushing you to click quickly. If you're unsure, go directly to the site by typing the address yourself rather than following a link. And if you suspect your information may have been exposed, take a few immediate steps that can limit the blast radius. Change passwords, review active sessions and connected devices if the platform provides that feature, and check account activity for anything unfamiliar. If you're running a business, this is also the moment to review access controls, who has admin permissions, which tokens or API keys exist, and whether anything should be rotated as precaution. It's also smart to monitor your financial statements and online accounts for suspicious activity, even if it seems unrelated. Attackers often pivot. One dataset leads to better phishing leads to access elsewhere. Reporting unusual behavior early can make a huge difference. The bigger takeaway is simple. Incidents like this aren't just tech news. They're a call to raise our baseline awareness. Companies need to keep strengthening security practices, but users play a role too by using strong authentication, staying alert, and acting quickly when something doesn't look right. Vercel's breach may be described as limited, but the lesson is broad. The online world runs on trust, and protecting that trust takes consistent effort from platforms, from developers, and from every one of us who logs in, stores data, and builds our lives around connected services. If there's one thing to remember, it's this: you don't need to panic, but you do need a plan. Strong passwords, two-factor authentication, and a habit of verifying messages before you click can dramatically reduce your risk in an era where cyber uncertainty is just part of the landscape.